Today on Lifestyles, of those mooching off their loved ones, we follow around the young Alec Delphenich, who at 29 is far too old to not have a professional career, was taking this trip with his girlfriend and staying with her on her company dime. That's right. So we'll talk about his experiences, not being able to afford any of this himself. Topics such as what happens when one walks into a hotel room and picks up a bottle of water without reading into it too much. What does anything cost? Is anything free? Let's go to Alec. Alright, now thank you for joining us here on Lifestyles of the Mooching Off the Loved Ones. We previously were going to call this simply You're Too Old to Be So Unprofessional, but the producers had a time with that. Well, I'm really glad that you didn't call it that. Well, as I said it was not up to me. Anyways, I failed to introduce myself. I am Thomas Rubicon. I've been putting on these shows for years, following around the crummiest of the crumbs. Take it easy, Tom. Come on, man. Now, let me stop you right there. It's Thomas Rubicon. As we were saying, we're going to talk a little bit today about what it's like to be someone in your position and how that works out going on vacations, huh? Well, Thomas, it's really not that bad, you know. I'm happy to be here. It's beautiful outside. We're in sunny Orlando, Florida, and I get to look out this every morning. And aside from that, you know, I can go down to a pool. I brought along some things to do some writing and play a little guitar, as long as it doesn't annoy, you know, any of the neighbors too much. And let me go ahead and cut you off right there. I think now would be a good part to bring up the point that this pool does have a lazy river, and I feel as all things as ironic as they may be, this might suit you more than just going poolside and lounging around for an afternoon, wouldn't you? Would you say so? Well, I don't know. I haven't even gotten a chance to go to the pool yet. We got in kind of late in the evening last night, and I just took that time to get nestled in and you know, kind of set everything up so it would be a little comfortable. So, yeah, I don't know if I would like the lazy river more than the pool. I don't. I guess they'd both be fine. I think. Well, not everyone is meant to understand the words of others. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, moving on. We talked briefly before this interview when you were showing me around the hotel room to start, and you mentioned something about songwriting, but you just failed to maybe point out the fact that you just changed jobs from one restaurant to another. And I don't know if it's just me, but for the viewers, let's make sure that they have a firm understanding of what it is to be a bartender or songwriter, as you said. Well, I guess for myself, being a songwriter and it's really interesting to talk about and to try and justify for yourself. Sometimes it's a little difficult, mainly because a lot of people don't really understand, like, I don't, in terms of it being an art form, and you know, adversely, if you go to school and there's a lot of simple things, not simple, but more like classic ways to go about it. Like you have a job while you're in college, you graduate for maybe interning, and then you're able to have a career that way. Music's a lot like that. There's lots of avenues, and because it's not something that's laid out in stone, you know, you can't pick up a book and then pick which program you want to go into. You just have to find out for yourself what you're doing, and that alongside of how you're changing as a person really affects the stuff that you're writing. If you want to just go and be an artist, what do you want to do be a guitarist, bassist, play along with other people's stuff. It's a little difficult to really pin down unless you're trying things. But you have to be open minded a little bit, and it takes as much work as getting into any career really. What an interesting perspective from an interesting young man. I would like to ask you one thing. I noticed this when I walked into the room. It's a placard that must have been next to your water. I'm not sure if you realized that when you grabbed that off the counter, that it was actually going to charge your room $4.50. Now, can you swing that? The life of an unknown songwriter. Right, folks. Moving along, let's talk about some other things around. Like, you'll have some time this afternoon to go to your pool, not the lazy river, perhaps, who knows. But food-wise, is it going to be a stretch? I know you mentioned earlier how you procured your actual breakfast this afternoon. Why don't you go ahead and tell the folks what they think about that? Oh, yeah, that's extremely interesting. Good idea. This morning, my girlfriend was able to take some things from the breakfast that she had to share with me. An orange banana, a cup of yogurt, and a muffin. Also a little cup of coffee. So, well, I should be fine for lunch and dinner on my own. I am a grown man, somewhat. So, yeah, there's a lot of great seafood in Florida. I'm a huge fan, so I'm pretty much going to try to get as much out of being so close to an ocean as possible. I've been living in Nashville. It's a little different. You can find good food, but it's always nice to get the freshest that you can get. So, yeah, I'm not worried. It should be fine. Yeah. Well, for your sake, I hope she brings the larger purse to every meal she attends. Make it a little easier on you. Well, moving on, I think that we've covered all of our bases on lifestyles of the mooching off their loved ones. It's been a great talk, Alec. Oh, absolutely, Thomas. It's been fun getting to meet and talk to you. Such an interesting person all on your own. And now I'm gonna get back to eating the parts of breakfast that I saved enough so I could call it brunch. And surely the only stars in your future will be coming from the sky and not a restaurant. Anyways, thank you for tuning in to Lifestyles of those mooching off their loved ones here in sunny Orlando, Florida. Until next time, we'll see you. It's a good thing you brought your cool hat in case it's sunny outside. Oh, and it's a good time when the closet only holds one pair of your shoes and a flannel shirt, a pair of jeans next to all the professional clothes your girlfriend brought. Always a good sign. But at least you took some time to prove your worth and arrange all of your toiletries in the bathroom. Hope she notices how much you care. Oh, all the things that you own. Don't compare. Oh, they don't, 'cause you only brought a couple things like tweezers, nail clippers. Oh, she's got a brush and a curling iron. Well, there's always next time. But enjoy the amenities of such a fancy place. Let your mirror choose the time of day. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Keeping everything at 72 degrees. Oh, and there's a chair, better sit yourself down on all day, just to make sure you don't spend too much money. Hey, surviving on produce and stolen fruits. That's what you do when you are one of those mooching off their loved one. Mooching off your loved one.
Roll this guy on. Alright, cool. This is T-Rex. First met Alec coming from the great state of Pennsylvania in Maine on a little family vacay. I ran into him. He saw the sign on the back of my window. It's a no bullshit. It's illustration of a little bull taking a poop with a little no sign in it. It's adorable. Anyways, we became good friends. I've known him ever since, and yeah, I just want to thank you for watching the videos that we put together, and that's about it. That's all I got to say. Thank you. Thank you. It's amazing.